Chris Daniel. I was once your district clerk here in Harris County, and I'm running once again to be your district clerk. The district clerk's office is often overlooked when it comes to the criminal justice system. But I want to have a frank discussion today about the rise in crime in Houston and Harris County, and how when we have a dysfunctional criminal justice system, how it all falls apart and crime automatically increases. Here are some key statistics that you may not be aware of. New offenders charged with new crimes while on bond. Since 2018, really since 2019, we've had an uptick of almost triple the amount of criminals that have been charged with a new crime while they're already out on bond. Record was set in 2021 with over 22,000 people charged with a new crime while they're already out on bond. And you can't tell me that this doesn't somehow contribute to the rise in crime in Harris County. Violent offenders granted personal recognizance bonds. Again, an exponential uptick in Harris County. Exponential uptick. And this, when we talk about violent offenders, we're talking about capital murder, regular murder, manslaughter, aggravated robbery, aggravated sexual assault, aggravated kidnapping, human trafficking, and more. And from 2018, as Republicans were leaving office, and you had an entire regime change occur in January 1st of 2019, you had an almost 5x of the amount of violent offenders granted a personal recognizance bond, a free PR bond in Harris County. The record once again being set in 2021 with over 1,200 violent offenders being granted a PR bond. Let's talk about the pretrial population. The jail right now, these are people sitting in jail waiting for trial that are not on bond, but are in jail. Most of them, over 5,000, are aggravated and assaultive cases. Again, ag robbery, ag assault, murder, capital murder, robbery, human trafficking, aggravated assault of a public servant, and more. That's what's actually sitting in jail, despite the record amount of PR bonds that have been set in Harris County. Let's look at the jail population overall. And this is also includes defendants that are being held by ICE or the Board of Pardons and Paroles and other agencies. And again, the current jail population almost maxed out at 10,000, where we're having to outsource close to 800 defendants. On this chart right here, this is based in June, is close to 600 defendants to other jails like in Louisiana. And we're spending $25 million on that project, by the way. The majority, 93%, are felony offenders. Let's talk about these offenders. Offenders on multiple bonds in Harris County. Again, you can see this rapid uptick. 2 to 4 bonds starts to jump, almost double in 2019 to 4,000 defendants with 2 or more bonds in Harris County. 5 to 7 bonds. Again, it jumps from 2018 to 2019, it triples, and then it quadruples and more in 2020 and 2021, where the record was set of almost 1,000 people with 5 to 7 bonds in Harris County. It doesn't matter what kind of offense it is. It could be multiple petty thefts with an aggravated felony and so forth, any mixture. But let's talk about strictly multiple felony bonds now. Again, exponential. It starts in 2019, it doubles of 2 to 4 bonds, felony bonds. It doubles to almost 1,200 in Harris County, and sets the record with over 3,000 in 2021. 5 to 7 bonds and 8+ bonds. You realize how many heinous crimes you have to commit to do 5 to 7 bonds? 2021, you have over 400 people with 5 to 7 bonds in Harris County. All this aggregates to the rise in crime in Harris County. And what do you have happening? Not only do you have a dysfunctional clerk's office, where clerks don't answer the phone, where clerks are more beholden to the judge than they are to the office holder, where clerks don't show up on time or are scared to show up, the good ones, because they no longer can park near the courthouse and have to survive their very crime that they're keeping tabs on, walking the 5 to 6 blocks to the courthouse. What is happening is you have judges, and not all judges, but most of them, that are not showing up to work. And when they don't show up to work, they create a backlog. And that backlog then is being artificially handled by PR bonds and other types of bonds to clear out the jail, with excuses like COVID-19 and others, where they use a pretext, like a health crisis, to clear out using PR bonds, cash bonds, low bonds, no bond conditions, etc. What happens next after that? Well, if I am a petty criminal who's already not following the law, and I know that I'm going to be able to get multiple bonds while I'm out committing more thefts or crimes, heinous crimes or petty crimes in Harris County, and I'm going to be turned right out the very same day or the next day, what is my incentive to follow the law? That is what is contributing to this rise in crime. Not following the law to begin with, or artificially releasing criminals using gimmicks that are, with the best of intentions, meant for those who can't afford it or are really innocent of the crime that they committed, who are then being used as a tool politically to grant more rights to the criminals than to the victims. And we end up with a state in Harris County that is a crime state. We now surpass Chicago in murders. Something can be done about it. Start with competent cogs in the wheel that move the criminal justice system smoothly and correctly and on time. I'm Chris Daniel. I was once your Harris County District Clerk, and I'd like once again to be your Harris County District Clerk.